You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.
Yeah! Listen up, partners. This is Good, Bad, Ugly on World Improv Network.
Good evening, everyone. I am Alex.
I'm Jim.
My name is Asa.
Yes, and we are your astute win counselors to get you through the week with any problems that you might be having or any daily grind issues that you're currently experiencing. So our lovely winners that have written in today, let's get right to them. And the first one is Harry from Eugene, Oregon. Dear Win, is everyone going crazy these days, or what is going on out there with all the fighting around the world with the extremist groups? Well, I think Jim is maybe a good one to start with this one. He's the voice of reasoning when it comes to that. What do you think, Jimbo?
I think people are frightened by technology. I read an article this week that the rise in technology, the quick movement of technology is scaring people back toward more of a medieval mindset, which is a more extreme, a more fundamentalist, a more violent mindset.
Interesting.
And we've also, that this has occurred throughout history, like during the Industrial Revolution, there were also a rise in extreme fundamentalism.
So pushback against technology causes global extremism?
Yeah.
Huh, very interesting. What do you think, Ace?
I think it has to do with heat waves and dehydration.
So the sun getting too hot, or?
Yeah. It's
all that trash we're throwing into it.
I know. That's what I heard, too. I heard that Taylor Swift was a really big proponent of this whole thing about trash being thrown into the sun.
Yeah, and it's outrageous because it is affecting people's psychology here on Earth, and it's been going on, putting trash into space has been going on for millennia.
Yeah, yeah, totally. That's pretty interesting. You know what? Harry, I think that Ace might be onto something here.
I am.
I'm going to say it probably has to do with leap year. I think because we're not in a leap year this year, people are going crazy because everyone wants a leap year. Therefore, they can be younger, right? Imagine if you're born in a leap year, then you're only 4 years or 1/4 of your age. Therefore, people are going crazy, and they're trying to kill off those people that are not going to be around when their next leap year comes. Yeah.
My buddy Scott Rogers is 8 years old.
Is he really? Mm-hmm. Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So he's 32? Is that right?
No, he's 8.
Well, he's in between 32 and 36.
Right, and that's a good point. You're absolutely right. And imagine,
in normal years.
Well, who cares about normal years? All it matters is that if he lives to the age of 72, or the average life expectancy is like 79 now in the United States, man, he's got a long way to go. He's going to live like to our stupid standards like 300-400 years.
Yeah, he's the calmest person I know. He's very zen.
That's it. So therefore, Boko Haram and the rest of them, take note.
That's if Suge Knight doesn't get to him first.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's on that global mission to shoot everybody. That's pretty interesting. You got to give it to him for having a cause, but I don't know. That might be a tough one. Let's go to Rachel from Los Angeles. I think that's where Suge Knight is from.
Hey, Rachel, what's up?
How you doing, Rachel? She says, and she asks right away,
girl.
why do you guys think that Taylor Swift, here we go, Taylor Swift comes back into the conversation. Why do you guys think that Taylor Swift bought porno website domains? Did she really? Wow. Well, Asa, you're an expert in Taylor Swift. I think you've gone to all her concerts and listened to all her shows whenever she comes to the Colorado area. Why do you think that she bought some porno domains?
Well, that's not true about me, first of all, but I am an expert in women's psychology.
Okay.
And I think it has to do with, I think she's in league with, not Hilary Swank, but the girl from Harry Potter.
Oh.
Emma Watson?
Yeah.
Oh, she's a feminist.
Right. So I think what Taylor Swift is up to.
Thank you.
Is, that's her
She always
thing.
says thank you, too, yeah.
Well, she's got a lot of gratitude, and I can't blame her for that.
Thank you.
I think the idea is to buy up these domains and just leave them
dormant,
untouched, so as to reduce the opportunities and access to these videos, which are
demeaning,
demeaning, denigrating, and belittling and whatnot. So she's just trying to block it out.
I'm going to have to go a little bit off that direction. I think the reason why she's buying these domain names is because she wants to propagate pornography as much as possible. Therefore, it normalizes it. It kind of makes people numb to it. Therefore, it's not a big deal anymore. And if you're a feminist like she is, then all of a sudden there's no longer, you're not, degrading the woman's stature because everyone's doing it and it's so common, it's all over the place. It's kind of like when you legalize, some kind of recreational drugs. What do you think, Jimbo?
Well, I mean, I think the thing to do is look at the domains that she actually bought.
Yeah.
Taylor Bones Dudes.
Yeah.
Taylor Pegs Dudes.
Buyinasian.com. She got that one too.
Buyinasian.com?
Yeah.
Now that just seems racist to me.
Clearly.
But she's just preparing for her post-singing career, which I think is smart because looks and talent don't last forever. But sex always sells.
You're right. And if she's like Ron Jeremy, who's probably the ugliest, most disgusting-looking guy in pornography.
The hedgehog.
Yeah, the hedgehog. Then all of a sudden it doesn't matter anymore. She can extend her career even if she's 65 and not so attractive anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's if the Earth makes it that far.
Yeah. If Taylor says 10 years, then she's never going to make it to 65 anyway to have a porno career. Huh. Interesting. Well, Holger from Bern, Switzerland says...
What up, Holger?
What's going on over there in Switzerland, Holger?
Bonjour.
That's right. Bonjour. Guten Tag, wie geht's, Holger? Dear Win, do you think that the European debt crisis within the Eurozone countries like Greece, Ireland, and Portugal is going to take down the European Union? Now, that's a pretty deep question. I think our in-house economist here is Jimbo on this. What do you think? Do you think all the debt that Greece is trying to get bailed out from and asking Germany for help for and so on is going to take down the Eurozone?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think, Ace?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me...
How about you, Alex?
I know a little bit of something about Europe. I'm going to say, well, since the Swiss were smart enough to stay out of the whole thing when the Euro came around, and the British were pretty smart about that too, they knew what the disaster ultimately was going to be years later, that it wasn't going to work. And I'm going to say yes, but the reason why it's going to be yes is because Germany and France, who are the only two economies that are doing reasonably well over there, cannot float the boat for everyone. And eventually Greece is just going to have to sink. Ireland, unfortunately, I love you guys too, but you're going to have to sink. Portugal, you're kind of on your way down, and you're trying to take Spain with you, which is not cool. It's all going to go into the Mediterranean Sea and the North Atlantic. So goodbye, Europe.
I think we need to get Pope Francis in there because he's got powers.
Yes,
I
right.
think he could bail out.
That could be the one solution because Italy's on the brink of default as well, and they're in high debt status. But the Pope lives over there, so if he pulls another miracle like he did last Sunday, where
it'll take a pretty big miracle.
I think all you really need to do is just remind people that if they don't fix this financial situation, they're going to hell.
That's right. So if they scare them out of the debt, scare them into austerity measures, then all of a sudden they could save themselves by not going to hell.
Yeah, scared into the black.
Yeah, and the meek inherit the earth only if there is an earth to inherit.
Oh, God, it's all coming
So they
full
have
circle.
9 years.
9 years to save Europe and then therefore the rest of the world as well. It's coming full circle. God, guys, you guys are so smart. Well, we have one more piece of inspiration to get you through the rest of the day, and it is known as Horoscope Corner.
Love, fortune, status. Let us do your astrological chart. Horoscope Corner on World Improv Network.
What up, Leo? That's not your real first name. We know that.
Ha!
But if you want it to be your real first name, go to the World Improv Network Facebook page. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe, like some videos, follow us at World Improv Net on Twitter, and check us out on iTunes. Subscribe to the World Improv Network podcast. Leave a review. Give us some stars.
Android.
Download.
Windows.
And you know what? Then maybe you can have a name as cool as Leo, which was also the name of 16 popes.
Thanks for listening to Win on KZKO. Don't forget to interact with the cast by sending your suggestions for each segment throughout the week by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, Twitter at World Improv Net, or the Win KZKO blog. See you next week.
You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO.